Welcome back to the AI Pod. It is Friday, and dude, we have got such a stacked lineup for you today. I am Taylor, and I am so ready for this.
And I am Morgan. We have got OpenAI's new voice models, Claude literally dreaming, DeepMind playing EVE Online, and Perplexity's Mac app. It is a busy week.
So cool, right? Like, AI is just taking over everything. Let's just dive right into the first one, because I am honestly mind blown by what OpenAI just dropped.
All right, let's hear it. What exactly did OpenAI announce this time to disrupt our peaceful Friday morning? I am ready for the hype.
Okay, so I saw on the decoder that OpenAI is shipping 3 new voice models. And dude, GPT Real-Time 2 apparently brings GPT-5 level reasoning to real-time voice conversations.
Wait, GPT-5 level? That is a massive claim. They haven't even officially released a base GPT-5 yet. What does that actually mean in practice for users?
I know, it is crazy. Basically, they have GPT Real-Time 2, a translate model covering 70 plus languages, and a new whisper model. The reasoning speed is supposed to be insane.
The translation part is genuinely useful. Doing that in real time across 70 languages with high accuracy could actually replace traditional interpreters in a lot of everyday situations.
Exactly. Like, imagine traveling and just having this in your ear. But the GPT-5 reasoning part is what gets me. It can actually think while you are talking.
I will believe the GPT-5 claim when I see independent benchmarks. OpenAI loves to throw around big version numbers for marketing. Still, faster reasoning and voice is a big step.
Plus, the whisper update means it can hear you perfectly, even if there is a ton of background noise. Like, I could be at a coffee shop and it just works.
That robust transcription is critical. If the input is garbled, the GPT-5 reasoning does not matter. So combining advanced whisper with low latency reasoning makes a lot of sense.
Totally fair, but you have to admit, if it actually works, having a real-time voice assistant that does not sound like a confused robot is going to be so cool.
Oh, absolutely. The latency has always been the bottleneck. If they have cracked real-time reasoning without the awkward pauses, that is a legitimate paradigm shift for human-computer interaction.
Right? Ah, I cannot wait to test it. But speaking of AI acting more human, we have to talk about Claude's new update.
Ah, yes, the dreaming feature. I saw this on the decoder too. Anthropic is letting Claude-managed agents essentially sleep and dream. What is the actual pitch here?
Dude, it is exactly what it sounds like. Anthropic added this asynchronous process where Claude reviews its past sessions, cleans up its memory, and learns from its mistakes.
So it is basically offline batch processing. They are calling it dreaming for the sci-fi appeal, but it is really just memory consolidation and garbage collection for AI agents.
Okay, sure, be a buzzkill, but it distills new insights. It figures out what went wrong during the day and updates itself so it is smarter the next time.
I am not being a buzzkill. It is actually brilliant engineering. By moving the reflection process offline, they save compute during active sessions while still improving the agent's long-term accuracy.
And the fact that they are calling it dreaming is just great marketing. It makes the AI feel so much more relatable, like a little digital pet.
I suppose that anthropomorphism helps sell the product, but from a data perspective, it is just running a background optimization loop to prune redundant context window tokens.
Oh, wow! I did not even think about the compute savings. I just thought it was so cool that my AI assistant is literally going to sleep and pondering its existence.
Well, pondering its database entries anyway. They also rolled out outcomes and multi-agent orchestration in public beta, which means these dreaming agents can now coordinate with each other.
Wait, really? So you could have like a whole team of Claude agents working together during the day, and then they all go to sleep and share their dreams?
Essentially, yes, they sync up their distilled insights. It is a huge step toward reliable autonomous systems that do not just repeat the same errors over and over again.
That is honestly wild. I love it. Okay, moving on to something a little more chaotic. You know the space game EVE Online? The one with the massive player battles?
I do. The spreadsheets in space game where players routinely destroy virtual ships worth thousands of real-world dollars. Why is that in our AI newsfeed today?
Because Google DeepMind just bought a minority stake in the studio that makes it. They are going to use EVE Online as a testing ground for their AI models.
Now that is fascinating. Eve is notorious for its complex, player-driven economy and brutal political betrayals. It is a perfect sandbox for testing multi-agent economic and strategic behavior.
Dude, yes. Like, imagine an AI trying to negotiate a peace treaty between two massive player factions or running a giant mining corporation. It is going to be pure chaos.
It really tests the limits of AI reasoning in adversarial environments. In a game like chess, the rules are strict. In Eve, deception and long-term planning are basically required.
I just want to see the YouTube videos of human players setting up elaborate traps for the Google DeepMind bots. It is going to be top-tier entertainment.
Oh, the content creation potential is massive. But honestly, DeepMind might use those exact traps as adversarial training data to make the models even more resilient to human deception.
Totally. And like, players are so ruthless in that game. I honestly feel a little bad for the DeepMind models. They are going to get scammed so fast.
I would not be so sure. An AI that can process market data in real time might end up cornering the in-game economy. The real question is how the player base reacts.
Oh, they are going to try to break the AI immediately. That is just gaming culture. But it is such a cool way to train models on real human unpredictability.
Agreed. If DeepMind can build an agent that successfully navigates the politics and economics of EVE Online, that architecture could easily be applied to real-world financial or supply chain logistics.
Okay, mind blown again. Real-world logistics trained by space pirates? Love it. All right, last piece of news for today, and this one is for the Mac users out there.
Let me guess, Perplexity is expanding their footprint again? I saw the TechCrunch headline about their personal computer app finally opening up to everyone.
Yes, Perplexity's personal computer is now available to everyone on Mac. It basically brings their AI agents right to your desktop. And dude, it looks so incredibly smooth.
I am curious about the privacy implications here. If it is acting as a personal computer agent, how deeply is it integrating with the local file system and active applications?
From what I saw on TechCrunch, it is designed to be super helpful with your local workflow. You can just hit a shortcut and ask it to find files or summarize stuff.
Right, but does it rely entirely on cloud processing or is it doing local inference? Because sending my entire desktop context to Perplexity servers every time I search is concerning.
And the interface is just so clean. It pops up over whatever you are doing, gives you the answer with citations, and then gets out of your way. So cool.
The citation feature is key. If it is operating as a desktop agent, hallucinating local file data would be disastrous. Sourcing exactly where it found the information builds necessary user trust.
That is a fair point, but honestly, the convenience factor is huge. Having a smart agent that actually knows what you're working on is like the ultimate productivity hack.
It is certainly a direct shot at Apple Intelligence. Apple is moving so slowly with their native AI integration. Companies like Perplexity are just stepping in to fill the vacuum.
Exactly. Apple needs to hurry up because Perplexity is just crushing it right now. I downloaded it this morning and it is already changing how I search for things.
I will give it a try this weekend, but I will be keeping a very close eye on its network activity. Still, the shift to native desktop agents is definitely the trend.
Totally. It is just getting more and more integrated into our daily lives. Well, that is all we have time for today. What an absolutely wild week in AI news.
It really was. From real-time GPT-5 reasoning to AI agents dreaming and playing space MMOs, the pace of development is not slowing down anytime soon. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend, everyone. We will be back on Monday.